My dear child, breathe. Sit with me and let your shoulders soften. I have something tender and true to say, and I want you to hear it with your heart. It saved your life. The closed door, the delay, the uneasy feeling that urged you to pause, the missed call, the lost address, the tiredness that kept you home, the friendship that faded, the job that never called back, the plan that fell apart while you prayed. None of these were accidents. I was there in every turn, holding you by the hand you thought was empty. I was guarding you when you mistook my guard for my absence. You did not see the battlefield, but you walked through it under my shield. While you slept, I stood at your door. While you worried, I routed. While you mourned what left, I escorted danger out the back way. I did not abandon you. I intervened, stepping between you and what wore a friendly face but carried a hungry heart. I tangled schedules, hid keys, slowed traffic, closed in boxes, and made the yes feel heavy so you would not step into a room that desired your light but not your life. This was not cruelty. It was kindness with steel in its spine. Beloved, if your heart feels my presence through these words, honor it. Let your love shine visibly, tap like as a testimony to my grace. There was a path that looked right. It shimmered with promises, quick relief, applause, shortcuts that felt like favor. But beneath its surface ran currents that would have pulled you under. Control dressed as care, seduction masked as love, debt disguised as opportunity, platforms built over sinkholes. If I had left you to whatever opened first, the weight would have bent your spine. The smile would have stolen your voice. The contract would have leased your soul. You might have called it blessing while it hollowed you out. I could not let that happen. I am your father. Love stops the car when the bridge ahead has fallen. I know you felt forsaken. The quiet after my redirection sounded like silence, and silence sounded like indifference. You held pieces of a plan and called the pieces proof that I didn't care. You said, did I do something wrong? Did I miss you? Beloved, you collided with my mercy. You ran into a wall that was not a wall. It was my chest. The ache you felt was the bruise of being stopped by love. It hurts, and it saves. Let me tell you some of the ways I carried you. I placed a warning in your stomach when a room looked harmless. I turned a conversation so the secret you almost shared would not fall into unsafe hands. I kept your car from starting to spare you a collision. I allowed a friend to withdraw so you would not be tied to their hidden war. I deflated your desire for the thing you begged me to keep, because I could see the weeks ahead you could not see. I posted angels at thresholds you didn't know were thresholds. You call these things coincidence. I call them covenant. Beloved child, I am calling you to help spread light where it's most needed. Your buy me a coffee gift fuels this ministry of truth and healing. I see the love in your giving. Thank you for standing with me. You ask gently now, what could have happened? I answered gently as well. Without my intervention, you might have spent years apologizing for someone else's chaos. You might have signed a contract with pressure that never sleeps. You might have tethered your worth to a mirror held by unreliable hands. You might have built a house where termites were already dining. You might have traded wonder for attention and ended up starving in a crowded room. You might have handed your story to a critic and waited for permission to be yourself. You might have kept the peace by losing your voice. I would not have it. I love your voice too much to let it be rented by anyone but me. Now I lift the veil because you are safe enough to bear the explanation. The no you resented was me cupping your life like a flame in the wind. The delay you called punishment was a pause for reinforcement. The shot on you called failure was a rescue disguised as disappointment. I am not embarrassed to have protected you this fiercely. I am relieved that you are still here, still tender, still able to hear, still capable of joy. That tenderness is a miracle. Hardness would have been easier to build. Love chose to keep you soft. Let relief into your chest. Breathe out the grief that came from misunderstanding me. Place your hand over your heart and feel it beat. That rhythm survived because I guarded it. Walk your memories hallways and pin new plaques beside old scenes. It saved my life here. Here too. Let praise revise the captions.